Sunday, January 25th, 2026, AGNDD Intel I Report topic, Fridamania. Frida Kahlo's image is on paintings, posters, socks, and sanitary pads. Please pardon any visual and informational inaccuracies in this partially AI-generated article-based video. Frida Kahlo's image is on paintings, posters, socks, and sanitary pads. How did Fridamania come to dominate popular culture? An exhibition at the Museum of Fine Arts, Houston features paintings by Kahlo, works by artists she inspired, and consumer products featuring her self-portraits. Sonia Anderson, Daily Correspondent, Smithsonian Magazine, January 23, 2026. Today, Frida Kahlo's colorful, haunting self-portraits are among art history's most recognizable paintings. Mexican artist died in 1954 at age 47. She was nowhere near as famous as she is today. It was only in the years that followed that Kahlo became a legend in popular culture. She also became a commodity. A new exhibition at the Museum of Fine Arts, Houston examines Kahlo's rise to fame, focusing on her posthumous transformation from a relatively unknown painter to global brand, per a statement. Frida, The Making of an Icon, features more than 30 paintings by Kahlo, as well as 120 works by artists inspired by her. For over 30 years, we have seen many Kahlo exhibitions, mainly retrospectives, with little or no attention paid to the posthumous ascendancy of her legacy. Exhibition curator Mari Carmen Ramirez tells the art newspaper's Constanza Ontiveros Valdez. The exhibition is about Frida's art and legacy, but also about the Frida phenomenon, which reflects the intersection of high and low, elite and popular culture, alongside commercial interests. On display are some of Kahlo's famous self-portraits. Self-portrait in a velvet dress, 1926. Self-portrait with thorn necklace and hummingbird, 1940. And Diego and I, 1949, which depicts Kahlo's husband, the artist Diego Rivera, inside her own forehead. However, the show is not a traditional retrospective, writes Axios' Shafak Patel. Spread throughout the exhibition's 7 galleries are paintings, sculptures, and photographs created by 5 successive generations of artists, from an array of artistic and social communities and movements who mined Kahlo's paintings and personal history to claim her as their own, per the statement. Some of them were her contemporaries, while others had not yet been born at the time of her death, Ramirez told journalists at an exhibition preview. Yet they all have an acknowledged relationship to Kahlo, whom they considered a core reference for their artistic proposals. These artists are organized into groups. Among them are Kahlo's 1930s surrealist contemporaries, artists of the 1970s Chicano movement, Mexican and American feminists and gay rights activists of the 1980s and 1990s, and artists inspired by Kahlo's portrayals of disability following a debilitating bus accident when she was 18. Quick fact: Frida Kahlo's explorations of disability, paintings such as The Broken Column, 1944, and The Wounded Deer, 1946, examine themes of chronic pain and physical suffering. In each case, artists have appropriated Kahlo's motifs or her body, recasting them in proposals addressing issues of their own time, like gender equality or body politics, Ramirez tells the art newspaper. One gallery is devoted to Fridamania. It displays almost 200 objects illustrating the recent mass-market commercialization of Kahlo's image and work, a controversial phenomenon exemplified by products like the Frida Kahlo Barbie. The Fridamania room displays decorative posters, cosmetics, dolls, and menstrual pads bearing Kahlo's likeness, reports Axios. The term Fridamania has been in use since the 1990s, Ramirez tells the art newspaper, but this exhibition presents the first systematic research on its evolution. The curator tells Axios that Kahlo's first posthumous wave of attention came after the 1983 publication of Hayden Herrera's Frida, a biography of Frida Kahlo. Since then, Fridamania has continued uninterrupted, Ramirez said at the press preview. In 1996, the Washington Post's John Ward Anderson reported on what art historians were then calling the cult of Kahlo. Herrera told the Post, In the US, there is a passion and obsession for Frida, but in Mexico she has become a patron saint. In fact, Mexico declared the painter's work a national treasure in 1984. She was a woman who suffered much. Raquel Walls, a Mexico City shopkeeper selling miniature Kahlo paintings, told the Post. Women in particular like her because she was an example for their emancipation. In the following decades, Kahlo was the subject of countless retrospective exhibitions. Herrera's biography was adapted into the Oscar-winning film Frida, 2002. Additionally, two of Kahlo's residences in Mexico City, Casa Azul and Casa Roja, were turned into museums, the Museo Frida Kahlo and Museo Casa Kahlo. Fridamania's extension to consumerism was about turning her iconic value into an individualized experience, Ramirez told reporters. The availability of thousands of products with Frida's face in retail shops, markets, and online commercial platforms makes it possible for anyone to privately own an object with an image of the artist. Frida, the making of an icon, also includes some photographs, personal items, clothing, and jewelry. After its stay at the Museum of Fine Arts, Houston, the exhibition will travel to the Tate Modern in London. The structure will remain the same, but some of Kahlo's works will vary, including other iconic alternatives Tate sourced internationally. Tobias Ostrander, the exhibition's Tate curator, tells the art newspaper. Kahlo's paintings remain stars of the art market. In 2021, Diego and I sold for $34.9 million at auction. Last year, El Sueño, La Cama, 1940, sold at auction for $54.70 million, the highest price ever paid at auction for an artwork by a woman or Latin American artist. She had the capacity to stimulate in people a desire to embody her, Ramirez tells Axios. And that's something that we don't find in relation to any other artist. The fact that people don't just want to see Frida, but they want to be Frida. Frida, the making of an icon, is on view at the Museum of Fine Arts, Houston through May 17, 2026. Sonia Anderson is a writer and reporter based in Chicago.
Thank you for watching this AGNDD and Telly report, dear viewers. Please like, subscribe, and click the bell button to get notified during new uploads. And make sure to tune in next time. Stay safe and healthy. Cheers.